Back around the 2010s, a very specific type of game got popular, the RPG makers, games that were made in the engine of the same name, a very easy engine to use. It created a boom of creativity for indie developers who couldn't code in more complex engines like Game Maker or Unity, but had great ideas to apply. Even though the RPG Maker existed since the 90s, it really exploded to mainstream around 2010, when YouTubers started playing these games, in most of the horror genre. Some of the most famous of the RPG Maker are Mogyoku Castle, Aoni, Father, Yumeniki, To the Moon, One Shot, Lisa, Corpse Party, Off. Well, the list can go on forever, even with some of that are made till today, like Fear and Hunger, Helix, and The Coffin of Andy and Lei. But one of these classics what I wanna talk about is IB, created by a single person called Cody in 2012. So, just in old fashion, let's download the game, extract it, and hit the play. Oh, wait, look at that! The game even comes with a manual. Let's read it. That's it. Some extra information who made it and translated. How to start it, the controls, and even a note. There are no battles. The difficulty is designed such that even those who are not good at games can progress. I hope you enjoyed the horror atmosphere of the game. That's really sweet. It was very common in this type of games to have so much grind that end up being very exhausting by the middle of the game or just having very basic battles. Well, anyway, let's start our journey. The game starts with AB and her parents going to visit an art gallery. Walking around, the galleries are cool, having so many different things, from paintings to some really strange structures, being very based on the surrealism. One little detail which I find really fun is that on reading some paintings, the text is accompanied with some question marks, which probably came with the original version, which was in Japanese. And in Japanese, the texts are made of kanjis. And IB is just a kid who can't really read all kanjis. Translated version, IB just doesn't understand the meaning of the words. Checking out the upper floor, IB found a giant painting called World. After interacting with it, everyone who was in the gallery disappears. The once lived gallery is now creepy, with some really scary noises. Abby comes back to the giant painting, now with some messages painted in the floor. Come, Abby. Coming back to the first floor, the once blocked painting of the sea is now open. With nothing left to do, we jump down the painting, entering the world of the paintings. And that's how the game starts. The gameplay is pretty basic. You walk around, interact things, and that's it. But the main thing of the game is the puzzles that appear for you to complete and progress the story. These were pretty simple, but ask for the player to take extra attention on what's said, because everything is taken in the literal sense, and to interact with every single corner. The puzzles overall are really good. The game isn't very long. For this playthrough I took around 2 hours to beat it, but if you're smarter than me, you can get on 1 hour easily. Having just some areas where you have to come back a lot, but after you finish an area of puzzles, there isn't any reason for you to come back, being very sweet with a linear focus. In the journey, you find out other people in the world, like Gary, who is a really tall guy, which have an uncle type of relationship with IB, being very caring and supportive. And you find out Mary too, who is just a little girl who is very positive. Each character also gives more things for you to interact with it. Like with Gary, you can push heavy structures and read things IB can't. And Mary, who just follows you. The art style is very amateur in some parts, especially the characters' portraits, but with a lot of charm, which I can't get mad with. And the world itself, it's very creepy too, because of its very own nature, which I found really, really immersive. The plot of the game just goes around find out what this place and who created it, with a heavier focus on the development of the characters we play, which I was caught really off guard on how much I ended up like them, especially Gary. Being not really deep, but with the heavy atmosphere, accompanying with the somber silence you go through the rooms, with songs playing in specific parts which are really good, turns out on a very memorable journey. The game also has a lot of endings, but to be honest, none of them are really that good. Without spoiling, they just end really quick, leaving a very bittersweet taste in the mouth. But despite everything, IB is a classic, a must play for any enthusiasts of the RPG Maker's games, or just horror games in general. Extremely well crafted with a lot of care put in. And if I would give the game a score, I would give it 4 out of 5. And if you want to support the creator of the game, it was later released a remake of the game, but I don't know if the game got any extras. It's on Steam, PlayStation 4, and a lot of platforms. On Steam it's around 13 bucks. It is a little pricey, but with a good sale you can get a nice price. Or you can just download the OG version on any site that hosts those type of games like Zero Carps. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you played this game. It's really good, I really like it.